Okay.
Okay. Um, this is our health presentation by Riley Baker, Jordan Lum, Natalie Staden, Allie Kirk.
Okay, so, choosing a diet. If you want to have a healthy diet, that doesn't necessarily mean to make crazy restrictions and never eat the foods that you love. There are many different diets to choose from, all with pros and cons, and what matters is that you figure out which one is best suited for you based on your lifestyle preferences and health needs. The three diets we're going to talk about are vegan, pescatarian, and omnivore. Enjoyment is an important part of eating because if you want to stick to your diet, it has to be sustainable. While your food should be healthy, it should also be enjoyable. A healthy, balanced diet should also be supplemented by exercise. Getting your body active is one of the best things you can do for your health. Okay, so this is the vegan diet. What is vegan? So, vegan means no consuming any animal products, including but not limited to meat, dairy, and eggs. Vegan is different from vegetarian because vegetarians still consume animal products such as dairy and when done properly, a vegan diet consists mainly of fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds, breads, rice, and pasta. Dairy replacements include almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, oat milk, cashew milk, rice milk, and flax milk. There are even vegan cheeses, vegan yogurts, vegan burgers, and vegan desserts. Almost anything can come in vegan. You just need to find the right stores and restaurants. Health benefits of a vegan diet. If you choose a vegan diet, you get more beneficial nutrients. Vegan diets typically provide more fiber, antioxidants, and plant compounds. You can lose fat because vegans tend to be more thin and have lower BMIs than non-vegans. Vegan diets generally help lose more weight than other diets. Lower blood sugar and improve kidney function. According to Healthline, vegans have up to 50 to 78% lower risk of developing diabetes. Studies prove that diabetics who replace meat with plant protein may reduce their risk of kidney function. Protect against certain cancers. Vegans can benefit from 15% less likely of dying from cancer. Health benefits continued. Lower risk of heart disease. Vegans can have up to 75% lower risk of developing high blood pressure. Vegans may also have up to 42% lower risk of dying from heart disease. Reduce arthritis pain. One study showed that arthritic patients who went on a vegan diet had higher energy levels and better general functioning than omnivores with arthritis. Outside benefits of going vegan. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions and prevent wildlife extinction. According to Oxford researchers, if everyone stopped eating meat and dairy products, farmland use could be reduced by 75%, an area equivalent to the size of the US, China, Australia, and the European Union combined. This would also free up wildland lost to agriculture, a primary cause of wildlife extinction. Fight abuse in the dairy industry. Yeah. Cows used for milk are artificially inseminated each year. Typically 1 to 3 days after the birth of their calf, it will be taken away, causing distress to both the mother and her calf. Male calves are sold for their meat. They are kept in small cages for a few months before being killed. Female calves will likely follow in their mother's steps. They'll be dehorned in a painful process before producing milk at 4.5 times what they would normally produce for their calf. Cows can live up to 20 years, but cows used for their milk are usually slaughtered for low-grade meat at about 4 years old.
Okay, pescatarian. What is a pescatarian? The definition of a pescatarian is to not eat meat except for seafood. Pescatarians can eat all types of fish and normally seafood as well. It depends on the person, but does not eat any other meat, so no steak, pork, chicken, etc. What is the difference between vegetarian and pescatarian? Vegetarians don't eat meat at all, and a pescatarian is a vegetarian that eats seafood. Many pescatarians use the diet as a way to transition into being fully vegetarian. What are the pros and cons of eating pescatarian? Some of the benefits of eating pescatarian are possible cardiovascular benefits such as lowered cholesterol and blood pressure and reduced risk of a stroke, better option for people with high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, and other cardiovascular issues because of higher intake of omega-3 fatty acid. And that's from Health US News. Some of the cons of eating pescatarian are the sustainability of the diet. Fish farming is hard on the water ecosystem and can introduce invasive species, use wild fish for feed, can cause overcrowding, and can cause disease, and that's from Medical News Today. How do you get protein? Some way many pescatarians get their protein are seafood, such as salmon, shrimp, tuna, etc. Tempeh, tofu, seitan, and most veggie burgers have protein and are used often as a meat substitute. Chickpeas, soybeans, lentils, black beans, kidney beans, and baked beans provide a lot of protein as well. What are the long-term effects of being pescatarian? Janice Gibran, a Master's of Science registered dietitian, author of the Pescatarian Plan, says lower risk of heart disease, less dementia and depression, smarter kids, lower rates of type 2 diabetes and cancer. The potential benefits are truly impressive. Penny Chris Etherton, who has a PhD and is a registered dietitian and is a professor at Pennsylvania State University, says there are many good epidemiologic studies showing that higher consumption of fish and omega-3 fatty acids is associated with a lower risk of heart disease.
Okay, so this is the omnivore diet.
Oh, bad.
So what is an omnivore diet? It's basically one that consists of both plants and animals. Humans are naturally omnivorous. We have adapted to be able to chew and digest both meats and plants, which used to be necessary to our survival. Nowadays, we have a much bigger variety of foods available to us, giving us the option to be more picky with our diets. An omnivore diet is least restrictive because you can make personal choices about whether to cut out foods, but the diet itself does not exclude any food groups. Meat contains a lot of healthy fats, proteins, and important vitamins and minerals, so you can easily have a well-rounded diet and get all the nutrients you need without supplements. How to have a healthy omnivore diet. So eat red meat in moderation because red meat is high in saturated fat, which can cause problems with many of your organs. Try to pick out the leanest pieces you can find and cut off the excess fat. Include lots of poultry and fish because white meat is much lower in saturated fat and cholesterol. Fish is very lean, and the fat in fish is very healthy because it contains omega-3 fatty acids, which lower your risk of heart disease. How to have an ethical omnivore diet. Many people select plant-based diets to avoid causing harm to animals and the environment. If you're eating animal products, it's important to be aware of how you can do so as ethically as possible. All meat comes from animals being killed, but some are treated more humanely than others. So buy free-range chicken and buy from local farms. Look for animal products that are certified humane, raised, and handled. Humane Farm Animal Care is a non-profit organization that monitors farmed animals to make sure they're able to behave naturally with plenty of space and food, treated well, and not given any antibiotics or hormones. Buy seafood that was fished sustainably and with little environmental damage or risk of overfishing. So some of the fishes that are typically safe, that don't cause harm to the environment or aren't at risk of being overfished are tilapia, Alaskan salmon, calamari, clams, sole, king crab, oysters, anchovies, and sardines. And fishes to generally avoid that are usually very harmful to the environment are halibut, sea bass, most tuna, grouper, cod, and swordfish.
Fitness. Why is fitness important? So the definition of exercising is bodily or mental exertion, especially for the sake of training or improvement of health. Regular exercise can improve muscle strength, and as people age, there is a tendency to lose muscle strength, which can later lead to injuries or even disabilities. Studies have shown that exercising improves your mood and decreases the feelings of depression, anxiety, and stress. Exercising can reduce your risk of chronic diseases such as obesity, cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, etc. Methods of exercising. Easy ways to keep your body healthy are walking, yoga, swimming, weightlifting, and biking. And some fun ways to exercise can include dancing, going on a hike, kayaking, rock climbing, and many more that gets your heart pumping. Make sure to enjoy exercising as well. Find a motivation. Don't do something because you have to do it. Do it because you want to and it benefits you in some way. What will happen if you don't exercise? First, your muscles will start to weaken, not only your arms and leg muscles, but your heart and lung muscles as well. You will be prone to injury as also. Even simple activities will become harder and harder to complete. Becoming breathless will happen with less physical activity. You'll be at risk for chronic diseases. Research showed that no exercise can increase risk of stiff joints, which can lead to osteoporosis, and that's where the bone mass decreases and become more fragile and is at high risk for injury. What else? Eating relatively healthy while you exercise will increase your chance of staying healthy, maintaining a healthy weight, and promotes your overall health. When you exercise, oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your body tissue and help your body move more efficiently. And just because someone is an omnivore, vegan, or pescatarian isn't an excuse to not exercise. Everyone, no matter how